Glorious day to you, my friends. Kotukurieta hatara hashai akatari hetukuru. Waiting for the breeze. Niakata karieta. Welcome to Shine, Stargate Heart, Illuminate Your Natural Essence, Sikiata harahata kiariacha, where we are exploring our heart centers subtly, Niariachako hotora hashigata, and allowing it to reveal itself to us, Niariachako hotokorioto. So that maybe some of its wisdom gets expressed to us, gets shared with us, makes its way to our more human self, subtly, without much conscious thought or intention. And allowing it to live more fully in our lives. And we're doing this by chanting Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times, 111, using the mala of joy, so we're doing it 108 times, for 108 days. We are on day number 65, where we are subtly exploring Vishuddha, and this is day number 5 of Vishuddha, and we are playing with the energy, and that's the theme of today. We're going to do something we haven't done in this series. We're totally going to play with our sound. And we're going to play with, some of them are going to sound like affirmations, some of them are going to sound like commands to the universe. And we're going to play with the video editing, because 5 laws of the universe. You exist. You have, water is life, my friends. You have always existed. And it is impossible for you to not exist. You exist inside of time and outside of time. And the all is the one, and the one is the all. Everything is here and now. What you give out to the universe is what you get back. And everything changes. Even change changes. Everything changes except the first 4. So, this mala of joy, we're breaking up the 108 seeds into 9 groups of 12, where each of the 9 groups represents one of our chakras in our Merkaba, our ascension vehicle, which creates our light body. At the bottom of our Merkaba is Vasundhara, the Earth Star Chakra, the culmination of all of density. Muladhara, our root chakra, our foundation, our root support. Fight or flight. Safety. Svadhisthana, our sacral chakra, the water chakra, pleasure, emotions, and where our self is established. This idea of self that we're going to explore through the rest of our chakras, through the rest of our lives. life, in this idea of separation, which we consider a life. Then, Manipura, our solar plexus chakra, our fire chakra, willpower, intention, inspiration, and our joy starts, it doesn't, creativity is svadhisthana, and joy or beauty, they intermix with each other. We're splitting hairs. Anahata, our heart center, the heart chakra, the air chakra, the chakra of the mind, the conscious thought, Vishuddha, the throat chakra, sound, Akash, that's above. It's everything else in reality that is not of these four physical elements. Truth, purity, because these lower elements are made of the Akash, of the purity of the non-existence, or of the non-density, the non-physicality. In truth, Anya or Agya, Agnya, our third eye chakra, insight, the light chakra, a higher frequency, and we can see that the densities and the frequencies of these go upwards, the entropy or the ways in which we can rearrange the elements, rearrange the parts. Akasha awahasoto. Akasha. Arahatara arshananiri ratakaya sotora hashayatata. Sound is a vibration. We're going to play with vibration, of altering vibration by intentionally directing vibration. Sahasrara, the crown chakra, the thought chakra, where we can become the righteous ruler of our reality, where our crown sits upon. When we open this lotus on top of Sahasrara, 1,000 petals, when we open our lotus to all that is that's up there, what wisdom and truth and insight can we receive so we can live in our higher mind, in our higher thought forms, to program our heart center and our mind, because it's the same. It's our heart mind. So we can start thinking and living with our heart mind, as opposed to this mind that everybody else tells us we have and who we are. And then at the top of our Merkaba, Vyapini, the soul star chakra. We are the star of our own show. Vyapini means the goddess who is everywhere. That is, everything that we cannot perceive with this thoughtful mind, but we can perceive with the insight of our third eye, our eye of the higher mind, the eye of the higher planes. And don't limit yourself on how high up your inner sight can go, because that's what Vyapini is all about. It's opening up everything of the higher forms, the higher non-physicality, to come in. Everything that has been thought of before, every form that has ever been, is available to you. And every form that will ever be is available to you. And every form that ever can be is available to you. You can create it. You can create the original, the first thought of its kind. You actually are doing it all right now anyway. So, nato uruhusa aka asahiatata. Shihisariaranananiariatata. This day is so amazing. Niaria shohotoro ukatatir. This weekend has been so amazing. Niara hasa akatitiariata atarahasitia. And this whole series has been so transforming for me. Niaria chikohusuko. My ego keeps telling me that I'm using the ultimate energy of the universe, you know, that you can heal anything, you can manifest anything, and my ego runs wild with it. But the information that I have that's been revealing, because I've been letting go and I've been allowing Om Mani Padme Hum and my heart center to conspire to reveal the truth of who I am and what I can do, and allowing my heart to live more fully through me. I look forward to the new now. Hutura Ashanani 1111. Nihura Ashkatia. I look forward to creating the new now. Utaria Shahananiadata. So many times this weekend have I heard, you can't make this stuff up. Niaria Chohotokuriatata. And what came in afterwards is, yeah, we just did. We just made it up. Actually, I want to look this way. We just did, because I'm going to edit the Om Mani Padme Hums, the before Om Mani Padme Hum facing this way on this side with the B line right here. So since the one is the all and the all is the one, and you exist, and everything is here and now. What that means is this universe that we're asking is really us. It's really us. That's the key. We are creating it. Everything that you are seeing, you are creating. You created it. You can think of it in the lower thought forms that it's all energy. And you can think of it in the lower thought forms that, and you think that it's the higher thought form at the time. And to you, it is. And it's excellent. Cool, cool, cool. Go with it. This that we see everything as energy. And if we can see everything as energy, yes, we're patting ourselves on the back. Yes, and we see the filters that we're putting over our eyes and our perception of this physicality. And even we have a filter on our third eye of what we see, because we want to see it as we prefer. Because that is where we are in this now. And that's important, because you are exactly where you intended to be in this now. You are 100% successful. Congratulate yourselves. No matter how you see this reality, your inner being is proud of you. Your heart center is proud of you. Your true authentic self is proud of you. Your angels are proud of you. Your guides are proud of you. Because you're successful. Maybe your guides are telling you something else. Maybe your guides are telling you that they want you to see things this way. Totally cool. Okay? They're guiding you. You are guiding you, because your guides are you. Your angels are you. We still have to play. They're still talking though. One day, one now, when we are ready, we will see that our guides that we're pointing to over there, over up here, on our shoulder, talking to us in our ear, in our mind's ear, talking to us. So one day we will realize that it is us. And even though I've been saying, yes, we did just create it, clearly, if I were creating my reality like a creator being, I wouldn't have to be saying it. No, otur hashakatatiara would just be doing it. Asahia chitiari hatakariatata. But the way it unfolded, I can't. I can't even. Niaria shohotoro saha saayata tatiriata. And so many things have happened in the last 5 days that make me question, what is this reality? And the coupling of how I see the energy and these particles is loosening, and the possibilities of how I can rearrange it are expanding. So I am curious and excited about the next several days, the next several weeks, the rest of this series, and how I'm going to create all of that. But that's not this now. Right now, we're playing. And so I invite you to play with your thoughts, and to play with the sounds coming out of your throat. The vibration that's coming out of your throat. Now, it doesn't matter if we're going to do affirmations. I have no idea what they have planned. They gave me a couple of insights. Some of you are singers, and maybe you're going to sing. I'm inviting us, you all, including me, to do something out of the box. Out of this box of who we think we are. Pardon me, going to mute and cough. I must have swallowed either a bug or some cottonwood seed. It is my reality here. And maybe even some of you will do something out of the box and try polyphonic toning. I haven't acknowledged you yet. You came into my awareness twice today. Welcome back, Bree. If it is really you, contact me. Contact info is in the description below. 2 separate license plates. I didn't realize it on the first one, but when I saw the second one, there was no doubt. And then I'm going, oh, okay. And that first one was. If so, cool. I welcome the conversations we will have. 1818. So, how will we play? And maybe some of you will begin to speak light language today. Because some of the sounds that we're going to create are ones that we have not created before. Well, I guarantee you we have not created them before, because we're creating this new now, right now. So maybe we just say something easy. Let's start out with aum. We'll just start out with ah. So a breath in. Okay, and I'm going to do it lower this time. And maybe you want to change the note. And let's go to U for aum. Okay. Whatever you want to play with it. Urhutara iarahatua ajira takarira. Ooh. And now let's do the M. Let's go but then play with the okay? Play. This is your time to play. If you got to go lock yourself in a closet so that nobody else hears you, go do so. We're playing with our voice. We're playing with our voice. Hutata arehatiraha. Ba 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 ba. Or let's do the egoic. I am Ayakoturo. I am Murutu. I'm Nyataharasa Turaha. Aisakahi ora ortuguri shia tsuwuturu. To me, I found the difference between Aim and Aing. So go ahead. That's your Google homework. Look up the sacred sound Aing. Aim atura arasahanata arahakata arahisho uturo. Aim niria shokotoro husa atiarihakata arahata. So utu urhata arkananhiriata. And to me, the difference between Aim and Aing is the closing of it. It's just like Aum and Ong, or Om and Ong. Utur shikatukuriata arhasaake artuhu. Om closes the lips, and Ong closes the soft palate in the back, kind of like Ujjayi breath, and Aim closes the lips and lets the sound reverberate in our body, and Aing does the same thing, that it closes the soft palate and allows this vibration to resonate in the mouth cavity, the nasal cavity, and the cranial cavity. Both are valid. How do you resonate with it? Kundalini Yoga loves the portion of it, and that they claim that that is the true Om, that it's Om Kasha. However you resonate, however you are creating your truth, and play with Kundalini Yoga. Do as many different types of yoga as possible if you're into yoga. Your mat teaches you in every class, whether you're doing kriyas, whether you're doing various pranayamas, whether you're doing yoga nidra, and you're getting into sleep, or you're doing lots of yin yoga, na atura arshkatatiriyata, or hot yoga, or nita. It does not matter. Because we're all learning from this experience, and that's all it is. And yoga is yet another tool for learning. It's another tool, atra, for existence, this experience that we're calling life. And it's a tool to help us focus and be more intentful. And to be more focused in what we are creating in this thing called life. And if we're floating on the path of the leaf, it's totally okay. Because if that's a part of who we are, that's a part of who we are. And if you want to continue nows of creation, that's where focus comes in. This is where having checklists and checking the boxes off. But we're also going to engage in the universe, which is us over here looking back at ourselves with a positive attitude and a can-do attitude. And I know that I am supported from the universe. And I know that I'm in the flow of the creation of the universe because I know what I'm sending out is what I'm getting back. And that's the whole point of the focus and the intention, is that we're linking multiple nows together with the same desire, with the same creative flow of energy. But that's it. That's the simplest way of seeing it. This big idea of intention and I gotta do and I gotta continually do. No, it's just your flow of your energy, of your awareness. And you're holding the magic wand and allowing that magic wand to stream more energy to this creation. That's it. So hutadiareta. That's everything behind the idea of a ritual or a ceremony. We're continuing a thought and energy in a stream of energy and for a purpose. That's it. Okay? And the higher our thought forms become and the more adept at sending stuff out to the universe and getting things back, some people see it as magic. Some people see it as this creative force that we're using. So utur archanananiara, and some people think it's a load of crap. Whatever it is, and someone defined magic as technology so advanced it's imperceivable from magic, or any technology so advanced it's imperceivable from magic. Like if we saw somebody beam down in front of us, we might think it's magic. But we've seen enough sci-fi movies nowadays. Sihisa akanari ariachukuhuta ariarahatara harsganahatita. So let us do some affirmations, nihakatara arshananiaria, because we're exercising our voice, our sound into the Akash. There we go. I am the Akash, nihakaturu hushikoturia tutu. I am my voice, niaria chukuhutoria shakata. I am the vibration of my voice, nihakuturu hushikatatoria shakata. I am thought and my thoughts. I am sending my thoughts out through my voice, through the vibrations. And maybe state what you wish, what you desire, what you are creating, what you are manifesting. Why don't you state your inner heart's greatest desire? Ta arhasa ayahaha. Katana atiria rahatar urshana hortoro. Shaiya arhana ekearatata. I imagine in the Akash, in the formulation of all the subatomic particles, and in all the magic of the universe, I see in my mind's eye that it's being formulated and it's being created, and I see it in my mind's eye. And I am telling the universe that I see it in my mind's eye. And let us start off with the weakest or the most focused vibration. I hope that this comes to me. Then the next, I wish that it comes to me. I dream that it comes to me. I imagine that it comes to me. So uturu hushika awasahira. I see that it comes to me in my inner sight. Nihatakuru so utukurishkatata. And now this next one might sound egoic. No utura usukuturiata. I call it to me, ni arasahakatu urishkoto urto, and even more egoic, nahutura ashakatiriatata. I command the Akash, I command the universe to deliver it to me. Ni ariachokohoto orosokoteyarata. And then in the higher thought forms, na akatukuru so uchiara asananiariatata. I think it, no urishkoturyoshokoto. I create sound, which is the vibration transmitted through all of physicality, through all of the mediums. No uturi shahayatakoryo. I send my thought through all of the mediums, through vibration, through the energy of vibration. Ni iria chohotoro osoko ure hashakata. And that I receive my thought and vibration through the Akash, through the elements, through the mediums. So uturiya shakatatiariata. And since the one is the all and the all is the one, I comply with my thought. Niaria chohotorosoko. And that I see that it is being rearranged into what it is that I think of. No hutura shakatir hasananiariata. And then I create it. It is the mind-born creation, Niariachiko Hotoro, that I have spoken into existence. Sha'asa akatira yahatatira. And it is here. No uturo utanahata arehaka. Feel the excitement. Feel its presence. Know its presence. Be grateful for its presence. Be joyful for its presence. Be blissful. Be blissful. Be blissful for its presence. Nihakatiaria shahotoro hosokotoro hata. Along with Vishuddha, see the truth of its presence. Along the third eye, see the truth of its presence. Along with the crown, know its presence. Think its presence. Know its presence. As we harmonize our thought, our sight, our true thought, our true sight, and our true voice. Niare hashkatuhura hasa atakariyartaha. Now I invite you to close your eyes for meditation, for chanting. As we focus our awareness on our breath, as we slowly deepen our breath, and we slowly deepen our exhale. As we feel how it feels to breathe in. And we feel how it feels to breathe out. And a few more breaths on your own. Now let us focus our awareness on our heart centers. For in our heart center is the home of our holy fire, the home of the holy fire. In every breath that we take with intention, fans the flames of our holy fire, and clears away the debris, clears away the fog, the illusion, and brightens our bright light, as it reveals the truth that the highest source of consciousness is right here in our heart centers, which is the home of unconditional love, where there is no judgment, where there is no ego, where it always respects free will, and where the power is unlimited. Your heart center will never abandon you. It is you. No matter how many thoughts we have in our conscious mind and our subconscious mind, no matter how those thoughts are egoic or are manifesting contrast or manifesting abundance, your inner being, your holy fire, your true authentic self, is always proud of you. Because we are here, and this is where we wanted to be. As we invite and allow the holy fire to flow in, through, and around us, in every way and everywhere and everywhen, no matter how we perceive, and we ask the holy fire, our inner being, to only allow in energy, thoughts, manifestations, creations that serve us, that serves our highest good, and serves the highest good of all, because the one is the all, and the all is the one. Serving the all is serving us is serving the all. Utura arshanate karyataka, isohoko utiaraha, isanati arihatakaryata. And let us start the divine flow if you have not done so already. Niariacho hotoro hokata asana niariatata. Siheata ariacho hotoro utanahata arihesa akatiarata. So many of you have already done it. I feel like I'm wasting my words. Let us take this energy from our heart centers. Let us move it up through all of the chakras, purifying them. Through this idea of separation. Let us move it up through Vishuddha, move it up through Anya, Sahasrara, Vyapini, up into all the realms, which is really in, into all the realms, into the highest source of consciousness. Oh, I said that correctly. Into the highest, most center source of consciousness. So, the home of the holy fire, where there is no ego, no judgment, where there is only unconditional love, where it always respects free will, and where the power is unlimited. And let us bring this holy fire back down through the realms, out through all ideas of separation, through Vyapini, purifying it, through Sahasrara, purifying it, through Anya, purifying it, through Vishuddha, purifying it, and back into Anahata, our heart center. Combining this reality. Let's move it down through the chakras, grounding this energy effectively and purifying the lower chakras, down through Manipura, purifying it, down through Svadhisthana, purifying it, down through Muladhara, purifying it, through Vasundhara, purifying it, growing roots down into Mother Earth, Nihakatara Hesakata, down, 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 wrapping these roots around the heart of Gaia, through all these ideas of separation, Niyarihashuko Otora Hasakatitira, giving her a great big hug and bringing back her grounded love, to Utura Hasakananiyariatata, through all of the densities that are really inside, Nihakatura Asananyarita, up through the root system, Nihutura Hashikatirihatata, through Vasundhara, Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, and back into Anahata, our heart center. It began in the heart, and all these ideas return to the heart. Now, Asuhutarya, all these ideas of separation return to the heart. Niharasati Yorihokoto. Combining these energies thoroughly. And let us turn over to our inner being, to continue this divine flow without any conscious thought of our egoic mind. In and out of what we consider reality through the realms, through in and out of all these ideas of separation. Nihiro utokarahara neyariatata ishkanahatare isganari areshohoto urkanata atahiriatata. And now with intention and focus, let us push this energy, this holy fire, out of our heart center, out of Anahata, out of all of our chakras, these ideas of separation of this physical body, and out of this physical body, and out of our energetic body, and into every aspect of awareness, into every idea of separation, in every way, in everywhere, and everyone. Naasa a katiyariata hata. And although it feels redundant, let us create in our mind's eye a chest of our creation. And let us put in this chest these ideas of separation and imperfection, and these ideas of lack, which include anger, worry, fear, doubt, everything on our to-do list, our shopping list, everything that we're going to do in the future, and everything that we think we have done in the past, or everything that has happened in the past. And let us put it in this chest. Let's also put in this chest other ideas of separation like guilt and shame and grief. And let us also put in lies, illusion, and attachment, because those are other ideas of separation and non-respect, of the truth of the insight of the reality of thought. Usahakatiti rahasa akanahatati ariatata. And let us also ask our inner being to put in what it feels no longer serves. Including the ideas of who we think we are, which no longer serve. And anything else that it feels may distract from our time with the chant, from our time with our breath, and our time with the energy. Niariachokoto, urahasaka anira, achuhukuru sakanari atara, ichohuko ara nahataka asehi katatara. Kusu urahaka anatsi irtata. We will start off with one Aum. We will chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times, using the Mala of Joy, the default track, the background track. Will keep count. I will too. It will let us know when we move up through the chakras and when we are on the last one. And we will close out with one Aum. Niryoshko Usa Atiarihakatara Asanahatakayata. And a breath in for Aum. Starting off with Vasundhara, and a breath in to chant. Om Mani Padme Hum. Itor hukana hatar akana hesesiriataha. Om Mani Padme Hum. Ashahna iriata ahasana hakeya. Haturo o tanahata arheta. Om Mani Padme Hum. Hutu arhaka eheta. Ashana haka uruhusa. Atuarahatar arshahaya. Aturo o shanahaka eata. Aturo ukana hasa hakatiriata anatati. Om Mani Padme Hum. Ashana hahera hata. Hitoro o kanahata arhisa. Om Mani Padme Hum. Arshuhoroto oka. Arshakanahata haka easa. Aturo Mani Padme Hum. Achokoroto arnaha. Ashaheaka asahaya. Aturo kanahata arhisa. Padme Hum. Uchaharanata. Arshahanata arkihea. Aturo Hoshanata arheka. Mani Padme Uturo Ushanahatakiha. Atukuro Ultanahatar Arshanahatakiha. Om Mani Padme Akaheata. Aturo Ushanahatakahisha. Atukurotana. Om Mani Padme Hum. Ataharihitaha. Ashanohokoroha. Ataharita aha. Mani Padme Shanahatakahata ahiataha. Moving up to Muladhara. Om Mani Padme Hum. Atukuroto atanahatida. Achitya rahata arhakanahase. Om Mani Padme Hum. Atukuro hocha artahanahati. Aturo Ushanahatakahaya. Om Mani Padme Hum. Aturo Ushanahata Arikatarihita. Om Mani Padme Hum. Atukuro Shahaya. Arkanahatiti Irahata. Haturo Shanahata Itiariata Utukurota Ahasana Hitoro Shanahata Atakarieta Achukurota Hisoso Unahatakahea Itiariata Hanata Ichukurota Achakaharata Huturo Shanahata Atakarieta Achukurota Huturo Ukanahata Arhe Hiskono Horota Ichahariata Achukurota Aturo Utanahata Arhe Shaihaka Atarahisa Arshahanata Arha Aturo Shanahata Arha Kicha Arhata Koshohonoto Utukowarahata Iso Samuruka Atahanata Iriataha Huturo Shanahata Arhiga Atawaraha Ishkonohorota Atida Hitoraha. Moving up to Svadhisthana. Hututu Urshanahati Hatata Koshohotoraha Atakana Hatiria Rahatara Haturo Shanahakaya Uturo Shanahatikiaraha Orwahatara Chiaya Hakanata Arahisa Uturo Shanahata Arahika Uturo Ukana Hatarahiata Shahea Ka Asanahatita Utura Hayatara Aranahati Uturo Shanahatakahe Atakaharata Ashanohoroto Ahisa Itoro Shanahatahe Kashanaharaha Atakohorata Ayata Uturo Utanahati Ariara Huturo Ushanahatara Arkahaya Shohyota Atanaharatati Uturo Ukanahata Arhita Karihataraha Atakohora Anahatita Haturo Ushanahata Arha Uturuhu Shahiyata Atarahana Hasira Haturu Ushana Hatara Harkahaya Kutura Hatarna Hatita Achuhoroto Arahaka Eata Hisoso Ura Hanaata Mana Hatara Hasisiria Koshohotora Hata Atiria Rahana Ichoro ho kanahasiara Kotora hatarhana Ochohorata. Moving up to Manipura. Sahiya Nahati Hariata Hatakahe Shashahana Tara Arkahanaya Atakurota Atira Ashanata Arahaya Atatahara Hisoso Uhanata Ariheta Otonora Taani Patakahayeta Atarahanati Haturo Ushanahatakahayataha Achakahanata Aturota Atiriata Isha Sharaniri Ata Arahatahai Oko Urahashaya Kashahanata Arahikoro Isha Shananiri Artahati Arihataha
Mani Padme Hum
Haturu Ukna Hatara Hatiti Arhata
Mani
Konohotora Hasa Ayakaha
Padme Hum
Shaheka Anata Arihisuku Uruhuta Hisa Ahakanahari
Mani
Achihiarayataha
Padme Hum
Achikohorota Anahakatitiara Haturo Ushanahatakaha Atura
Mani
Hayata Ara
Padme Hum
Kushahayaka Asana Hatikiara Haturo Ushanahatakahe Kaya Kotua Hatahara
Mani
Anahati
Padme Hum
Kashahanata Arahikatoro hushana hatakari hisuko uturaha.
Om
Haturu
Mani
ushana
Padme
hatakaha.
Hum.
Kuturu hushana hatara hakayata. Atukorota atarahi.
Om
Ishoyo o
Mani
tohora anahasa
Padme
e
Hum.
ataha. Moving up to anahata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hasutu hanata atihara. Atahata arha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Huturu ushana hatati ihisa akataha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Huturu hushanata atahira takahaha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Huturu urshanahata atahia ashahaka.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Huturu ushanata ataharihika atatanana.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Huturu ukana hata ataha asha eaha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hotoro una hatata aha ichahara hatakaha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hototo uhana hatiti arahata ashanahata ahirahata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Utanahata ishanahasasi itakoro utanahasa.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Huturu ushanahata teta atahata ashahe.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hoto ushanata ari asa aya akata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Moving up to Vishuddha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Huturu hutana ashahaya akanata atata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Huturu utanata ashahaya soko utura.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hotoro hushana atakahasa atatayata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hototo utanahashehia haya ko otoro ukanahatata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kotoro unahatatita shaya kotoro utanahatata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hotokuro hushanata hitokoro huto unaha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kotoro utanata ashahe kotoro utanahatata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kotoro urshahasa hakatatita anaha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Totoro husha atatahi kaya kata nanaha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hotoro nanahasa he atakata tarahshi.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hototokoro hana atatihirya atatirna.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Moving up to Anya.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Konoto hutatahata atahashia aka.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hotutu urshana hatakahi atakasha aso hutorea.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hoturo utanahatakashe atihariasahana.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Koturu u shanata arhehe. Atihirita ataharha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Shosho otur tuta atha. Arashanata ka ehiso otor.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
So ukashaha. Atihira atanaha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Koturo uhanahasa achahatukuro husa atakeyahrata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Koturo uhana atati harihisha so kataha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Sohuturo hutana atahati tiarhatakahea.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Sohukutur hushana hatata hatita hata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Huturu hushana atahira hatakahe isana hatatahir.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Moving up to Sahasrara.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kunoto urana atakahea cha'a.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hotogur shaya akatiti anahasa akataha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hotoro uhana akati tata arhasa he anaha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kotoro utana hasaka atatira atahayata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Tototo oho ashahe kahasa itakanata atahata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kotoro uchana hatatitiri atakahea asanahatiara.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kotoro hura arshahea ka asana hatakiheta.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kotoro utahuta asa itiarihana ataha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Huturu utanahati ataharihisho ukohosha asa nahiata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Konoto uho ata ahe nata hishaya atoro utana.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kotoro ushana anahata tita ahikata aha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kohu. Moving up to Vyapini.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kunoto uho atahaya chahata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hotoro husa arahashane ata atahaka.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kohosho utora hata akaheti ishanahata arheta.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Toto uhoha achiarahata isanahatiti isahaha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hututu uha atiherya chaana atakahea chaha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Toto uhu hanahasahi atahatita anahaka.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Konohoto uhosha atakahasa ihi ata.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Hututu hushanahatakaha atiarata tahinono.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Konohuta Hasa ataharietata ashana.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Kodoro asanata atiara ashaya.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Last one.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Oshana asa akanata ata. Stay here for as long as you like. Nihoroto orohashanata harihekoto orohakatatira. Spending as much time in the energy as you like. Nihiriyachohoto orohokoto. Or as much as you need. Nihirasariyata. Maybe even pause the video. Hutoriyashokotoko. And maybe even put on some meditation music. Nihoriyoshokohoto orohatahariata. Whatever it is you need. Maybe even go back and just listen to the chant and be in the energy. Nyariyashakahata. And when you are ready, slowly bring your awareness back to the here and now. Maybe listen to some sounds around you in this physicality. Begin to deepen your breath. And feel your conscious breath. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe even invite in some gentle movement, like I'm getting my legs movement. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. I did not intend it, but congratulations. This is going to be the longest video so far because they have a lot to share. But please stay tuned. This is important stuff for you. This is important stuff for me. Congratulations, though. You have completed day number 65 of Shine. Stargate Heart, illuminate your natural essence. Before we get started, I encourage you to journal. Write about your experience. I write myself emails. Maybe you'll do the same. Maybe you'll write it out with pen and paper in a journal. On any paper, it does not matter. Excuse me. Water is life. Gonna mute, gonna cough. I see what they did there. They're doing a play on We Are the Universe. And notice that at the beginning, the light language was continuous, and the chanting was continuous. At the beginning of the series, I still haven't edited it yet, but at the beginning of the series, the chanting is on this side. The chanting represents us aligning with our inner being, using our internal magic, hoping to connect with the higher knowledge, wishing to connect with the higher knowledge, telling the universe through our thoughts and our sound that we are connecting to the universe with the magical chant, Om Mani Padme Hum, dispelling all that it needs to dispel, and we'll get to that. Purifying all that it needs to purify, revealing the higher truths. And at the beginning, during Vasundhara, na atukur hushakati aryatata. The light language was chaotic because the density through our perception and our filters is so much. We are so used to this physical existence, and we're not used to manifesting and creating by telling the universe what to deliver. So our work at that point is exactly that of Abraham Hicks. Let's raise our vibration. Let us not think about what we created via our internal desires and Om Mani Padme Hum, what we're telling the universe. Om Mani Padme Hum, besides dispelling and higher truths, it is also carrying our inner desires to the universe. But in Vasundhara, this physicality, in our lower mind, we are thinking that this physicality is so dense, and it's hard to create and manifest these things. Because it takes a while for the energy to gain momentum and create mass and get more massive and then show up. And if it's a thing, because sometimes we believe it's a thing that already exists on this planet, or a person that already exists on this planet, and we simply need to either move over to it or create the synchronicities or receive the synchronicities that we're in the same place at the same time so that it may happen. It's a lot of work. And those are a lot of words describing the energy of that lot of work. Then we move into Muladhara, where it's the earth energy. It's blocked by fear, and it's blocked by doubt. But it's our foundation, it's our security, it's our idea of, are we secure? Are we strong in our standing? Is the earth really supporting us? And when I was listening to what they were saying about the light language that was being spoken, and that it's on top of the Om Mani Padme Hum, that again, that our fears, the density of Vasundhara is the first idea of blocking. It's the first idea of the shadow side of us that we chose, the contrast side, that this is so dense. And in Muladhara, the shadow side is fear and doubt. I can't do it. Or I'm afraid of dying. Or I'm afraid that if I say it, that the other person will be upset. Or I'm afraid if I do it, I will fail. Or I'm afraid if I do it, I will not eat later today. Because Muladhara, the root chakra, deals with the roots of this existence, survival. Will I survive today? And I'm going to filter my actions to survive based on how everyone else has taught me how to survive. I'm not telling you to ignore that. I'm telling what the interpretation of the light language of that is when applying to Muladhara, the root chakra. Then during Svadhisthana, the water chakra, which deals with pleasure and emotions, And it is blocked by guilt. The things that we do, that we judge, and we're ridden by guilt because of what we have done. And therefore it stops us from doing other things. Now we're going to talk about karma. Because this fear and this guilt, besides our actions, when we do something, we make an energetic imprint in our energetic field. We create karma. And that's all that karma is an energetic imprint in our auric field. And in this idea of separation, when we do something bad to someone else, we're creating an energetic imprint in them as well. Like if we go assault somebody, or if we steal something from somebody's car, they leave the windows rolled down and they leave their wallet on the dash. Okay, we've stolen something from them. Maybe we feel guilty of it, and when they get back, they're going to get angry because of it. Somebody stole my wallet. And then they feel bad because I should have locked my car. I should have, could have, would have. And then they're angry, and they're creating energetic imprints based on their reactions of what happened. Karma. And there's this other idea of karma that because I did something bad, that the universe is going to spank me for it. The universe is going to balance it out. That something good is going to happen to the other person, or something bad is going to happen to me because I gained through nefarious means. So either it will be taken away. How many videos on YouTube that you've seen that show instant karma? That's not really karma. But you can think of that. But this idea of karma is an energetic imprint in our system. So when we get to the higher chakras, we will talk about the real karma. So then we develop guilt for something we did bad. We are putting more energetic imprint into our auric field, which then creates the filters by which we see this energy around us, which creates filters on our thoughts, on how our decision process comes from this point forward. Because we're carrying around that guilt, because we're carrying around that fear. We are altering our belief systems and our patterns of behavior because of that karmic, the debris in our energetic field, therefore filtering the truth of what it is and the truth of our mind's ability to create. Then up in Manipura, the solar plexus chakra, the fire chakra, the willpower, intention, inspiration chakra, it is blocked by shame. Again, it has to deal with actions that we have done. It's past. But we judge ourselves to be bad because we did something bad. I am bad. Which creates another energetic imprint in our energetic field, which therefore creates debris, which stops the flow or restricts the flow of energy, influences the flow of energy, redirects the flow of energy, which then causes us to think differently when we are reprogramming our belief systems and our patterns of behavior and our patterns of thought and our patterns of speech based on the shame that is here. And every moment that we focus on that shame or put any awareness on that shame, it increases its intensity. It multiplies, it adds to, it compounds. The debris in our energetic field, the karma in our energetic field. Therefore, it increases the shade in our filters, in our sunglasses, even though for humans, sunglasses allow us to see more because it restricts the amount of light going into our eyes, and so we don't squint as much. But outside of the physicality, this shade, or the shades that we have created, the shades that we have created through the karmic imprint in our energetic fields, sunglasses restrict the flow of light to our eyeballs. Changes our perception. It changes our perception. The same thing that this karmic imprint does, this fear, this density, this fear, the doubt, the guilt, the shame. They increase the density of our filters on how we see the light, see reality, and how we see our light. And notice how they changed their tone. Their tone. In the heart chakra, anahata. They then became conscious, consciously aware of their thoughts, their words, and their actions are influencing the karmic imprint on their reality, thus creating the filter by which they see reality, creating the filter by which they are interpreting reality, creating the filter by which they use their belief system. How's that? And then it was more of a call and response type thing. Om Mani Padme Hum. And at the beginning, we start to realize. First, let's talk about the guilt. The grief. The heart chakra is the air element. It's love. It's the mind. It's the heart mind. It's blocked by grief. Grief, the loss of someone, whether it's a relationship, loss of a friend, whether it's they've transitioned, or whether they moved away, whether you changed high schools, whether you changed universities, you're not going to see them as much, or even worse in the romantic relationships when one breaks up with the other, or they both decide to part ways, or where one dies during that romantic relationship. There's a lot of grief that comes with that. I have experienced that grief. It changes the way we see things. It changes the way we think. It changes the way we speak. It changes the way we behave. And the higher thought form of that is that it changes our karmic imprint and it changes our filter. So let's go back to the light language interplay of it. But at least in the awakened conscious mind of the manas at Diariyachiko, using the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, when there's plenty of debris, without the dispelling of the debris, without the purifying of the debris, it's like the beginner manifester. Diariyachiko Hotokoro. I tell the universe I want this. Our internal judgment system, our ego, and our how we judge ourselves. We are the worst. You are not worthy of what you just asked for. Because of our guilt and our shame. Because we deem ourselves unworthy because of the guilt and the shame. You are not worthy of receiving what you asked for. Om Mani Padme Hum. You're a bad person. Trust me, my light language, any of the light language never says that. These are examples. It's examples of what happens in the filter of this karmic imprint. But once we start clearing it, either by going to an energy worker or taking a class in Reiki, galactic energy healing, Aquarian fire, Iskodoria Chuko, by doing Qigong, taking Tai Chi, the universe concurs, Qigong, Iskodoria Tahara, or doing yoga, doing anything consciously. By visiting a practitioner, we are putting ourselves in a universe's hands and in the hands of the life force energy. That is the same thing with Qigong and Tai Chi, but with Tai Chi and Qigong, we're doing it consciously. And that's the same thing, and we're doing it to ourselves consciously. That's the same thing with taking a class in energy work and consciousness. It's the same thing as becoming a yoga teacher instead of practicing. You can achieve the same thing by practicing. But still, their point. The conscious mind is now engaged. I see that there's a problem. It's just like if you are loved, if you're still paying attention, and you're one of those ones that have the thoughts of ending your own life, I am so sorry. You are loved. I do not know your pain. I encourage you to call the hotlines. The encouragement to call the hotlines is like going to an energy worker. You are reaching out. You understand that there is a problem in your energetic field, and that you need something. It's the same thing when we reach for any of the self-soothing techniques. Self-soothing is a good thing, but self-serving and the things that do not serve us, like going with drugs, going with whatever we're addicted to. We'll only stay here a minute. It's the reaching out that is like going to a massage therapist, or going to a doctor, or going to a psychologist, or going to a psychiatrist, or calling the hotline. At least we understand inside that we're not aligned. But that's how the light language was transitioning, because through the 4 groups of 3, where we're transitioning to the higher thoughts of breathing in, I'm ignorant. I want to see what this energy is. I'm welcoming the energy. I'm open to it. That's like going to a Reiki practitioner. I'm going to it. I'm seeing what it is. I'm seeing what it can do for me. And then the next 3 days are about playing with the energy. But it's in the lower chakras, it's egoic. In my mind, in my conscious mind, I want to see what this energy is. I want to see what I can do with it. Which there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a stage of consciousness. It's a stage of evolution. And vritti, as in sama vritti pranayama, on which the mala of joy is modeled. Niariyashako Vritti means so many things in Sanskrit. Niariyashahotora akatatiarieta. It means modes of consciousness. Niariyachakohotora asakatiarieta. And as we elevate, in Sanskrit, put a whole bunch of names on the different levels of consciousness so that when you know you're here, you can go, yay, I'm here. But the simple thing is, you're in alignment experiencing the oneness, the being, or you're not. It's as simple as that. And not saying that when you're not, that, oh, I'm not experiencing the oneness right now. That's now judging, and it's guilt, and it's shame, and it's judgment, and it's sakirorto. It's just a reminder, just like when it happens in the chanting. It is simply a reminder, and all we need to do is focus on the chant, and the counting, and the breath, and when we're ready, we will be in the being. So utu urhasananiyariata, and those thoughts of fear and doubt and guilt and shame and grief and illusion, or lies and illusion and attachment, will all go away on their own when they are ready. And when we are in alignment, we don't know that we're in alignment. We just are in alignment. We are being in alignment. There is no knowing of being in alignment. There just is in alignment. The only 131:13. The only way that we know that we were in alignment is by being out of alignment and then experiencing the non-alignment by experiencing the contrast. And as we move through now the out-breath of Samavritti, or box breath, we are sharing this with the universe. While we're holding our breath with a full set of lungs, we, our conscious mind, our ego, our idea of self, is playing with the energy. What can I do it? How can I benefit from it? And we're selfishly playing with it. It's not a bad selfish, but we're consciously selfish, playing with the self, the idea of me and it. Totally cool. When we elevate our consciousness to sharing it of service, it is no longer about me. We are radiating this energy outward. It starts out as, look what I can do. Look what I learned about Vishuddha and truth and purity. It's a little bit egoic at the beginning. So what? We're sharing. And because we're sharing this energy with this idea of the universe, everyone else. Thus, we're sharing it with ourselves, with the greater self, which is the all is the one and the one is the all, because every other thing out there is you. So you're sharing it with you, but you're sharing it, and it becomes more and more benevolent the more and more we share. Then in the last 3 days, the last 3 seeds, we're in the out. We've already emptied our lungs. Now we hold our breath for a count of 3 or 4 or 5, however you're going to do it. But we do 3 seeds because 9 times 12 is 108 and 4 times 3 is 12. And there's 4 parts of the box breath. It's a construct, just like the Matrix. And we hold our breath with no air in our lungs, because you think that's air you're breathing. But we're being with the energy. There's no energy here. All the energy is out there with our other me's, with our other yous out there. They are experiencing the energy that we have shared, the breath that we have shared, the thought, the words, the vibration, and the deeds that we have shared. Now we are simply being and embodying the energy that we shared. It's in that now and it's in this now. And here's the beauty of the last 3 stages of the embodiment of the energy that is no longer here. Maybe one day we will realize that it is here, even though we have sent it all out. It's here because our conscious mind knows that we have sent it out to everywhere. We have sent it out to here and now. And we are here and now. And we are embodying it like we are here and now. In the light language interplay, when the light language shifted to be easy on yourselves. Don't judge yourselves so harsh on what you have done. If you're easy on yourself and you allow the chant and you to be easy on yourself, when we release the guilt and we release the shame and we release the fear and we release the doubt and we release the grief, our filter clears. It dispels the debris of our filter and we see more clearly. We think more clearly. We speak more clearly. And we act more clearly. And by clearly, clear from debris, clear from karma, clear from karmic imprint. And then when we start thinking and speaking and acting from our heart, we're not creating the karmic imprint here or there in all those ideas of there. And so therefore, we're not creating the karmic imprint in any other you over here, and that they don't have to feel fear or doubt or guilt or shame or grief. Because we didn't do it. We did it. We radiated the alignment. We radiated the embodiment. We radiated the presence. And that's what they received. That's what you received over here. That's how we ascend. As humans, it's how we ascend as an individual and a collective. So ukatatariata, that's the secret. Shh, pass it on. Nihoro akaha sa ayaka. Love, pass it on. Kuturo utanahataka. Respect, pass it on. So uta arahaskananiriata ata. Shosho uta areachka. And then at the end, the whisperers kick in. Niriacho oto uryotoko. You are the universe. You are magnificent. You have cleared the debris. You are seeing more clearly. You are creating it. You are believing you are creating it. You are seeing that you are creating it. You are knowing that you are creating it. You are being your inner being. I want to stop now. And then we start doing the same thing with the truth and the lies. And we start doing the same thing with our insight and the light and the vision and the illusion. And then we start doing the same thing with our crown, with our thought, with our attachment, with our being the righteous ruler of our reality. We no longer have to be a dictator in our reality. We no longer have to be a slave in our reality. We can be the benevolent ruler by listening to our entire being, by listening to our heart center. Our entire being is the same thing as our entire kingdom, our entire planet. Our entire universe. All that is. And then when we got up to Vyapini, we are all that is. We start to see and believe. We have removed the debris. We have removed all the effects of the lower chakras. I guess if I would have planned it, my ego would have planned it, it would have been all the whisperers during all of Vyapini. But there's still an evolution of our access through Vyapini because it's a part of our energetic field. It's a part of our energetic field where we put all of our energetic imprints. When we first incarnated, we were a pure being. We created our chakras. They're all clear. They're all pure. Vyapini, Vasundhara, Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Agnya, Sahasrara. They're all clear and pure. Nehariyachahatara Uksha Akanahariyaryata. And then we started to play in the contrast. Nehariyachahotora Urkanana Nehariyaryatakatatita. In our return to our true authentic self, or simply by being. There's no return, there's no remembering, there's no anything. It's the gentle tuning of our vibration, which is the most natural thing for us to do, is to be ourselves, where we are less judgmental. We actually have no judgment in our purest self. The less we judge, the less karma we're putting in, and the clearer our filter is. And then we can create filters based on how we prefer to see this reality, based on how we prefer to create this reality. We're co-creating with ourselves. Would you like to do this? Why, yes, I would love to do this. I'm me. I'm the universe. I'm me. I'm this idea of me. I'm the universe. I'm the universe. I'm me. I'm the universe. I'm you. See, it was just 141, 17, 1, 4, and 7 are all about Vyapini, 1, 2, 3, Vishuddha, 1, 2, 3, Svadhisthana, allow true self. With that, I will conclude the talking of will. If you're still with me, I love you. Good for you. And if you're just simply nodding, even more so good for you. No utur akasa. So I thank you, my friends, for sharing in my highest bliss. Shine on and make it a great day, because why would you leave it up to anyone else?